From the studios of KENW on the campus of Eastern New Mexico University, it's You Should Know, featuring the people and events of Eastern New Mexico and West Texas.
With me now is Ali Fraenkel, and she is representing Tribute, which is a website that you can go to, and she's going to explain what that is and also talk to us about how to be grateful and make being grateful work to ease some of the problems we have in life. And Ali, it's certainly nice to have you with us. We know that you're representing the founder of Tribute, which is Andrew Horn. So would you tell me a little bit, first of all, about Tribute? What goes on Tribute?
You got it, absolutely. So Tribute was founded over 5 years ago to make a very simple thing happen, which is easy, simple sharing of gratitude and acknowledgement with the people that we love. So we really believe that it should be easy to make that happen, that it's one of the essential things in life that does not happen enough, which is acknowledging, celebrating, and giving gratitude to the people in our lives. So what Tribute does, it's a very simple video technology that allows you to invite friends and family to give video acknowledgement to someone on their birthday, an anniversary, any important life occasion. It makes it easy for you to take those video snippets and make it into a full video montage. So that video montage is what we call a tribute, and the most meaningful gift in the world, in our opinion. And that is something that the recipient gets on their birthday, on any special life occasion where those sentiments and stories really, really matter, and don't just touch them on a one-time occasion, but it's something they can watch over and over again.
Okay, tell me some of the benefits to the person who puts this or sends you the clips that puts this together. What are some of the values to the sender?
Yes. So our Tribute creators are some of our most incredible community members. They're often the ones that raise their hand first to say, I want to celebrate my community. I want to bring a little more love in, a little more gratitude in. So they are certainly people that probably have a very active feeling of connectivity in their lives, that they know that if they had an issue or a problem, that their community would show up and raise their hands to help them in an occasion of need. So these are really weavers and dots connectors of gratitude in action. And what I love about Tribute is that it challenges people not just to know that gratitude is something important up here, but that it's most powerful when it's in action and when it's not just benefiting you, but it's something that you're sharing across your communities.
All right. So, and it helps you remember and think about each moment as you're
Yes.
thinking about who you're going to give tribute to.
Exactly. What I love about Tribute is that it challenges us to get specific, because science even shows that when gratitude is practiced in a general form, such as saying thank you, or I really appreciated that, that's basic gratitude. But what's the next level? What's the thing that unlocks, the most benefits for us, that has the most positive health outcomes? It's really specific, direct, and thoughtful gratitude. So our prompts don't just say thank you or say happy birthday. It challenges the participant to get creative. So they're maybe telling a favorite story about that person, or the most impactful thing that person did in their lives and what the outcome of that was. Or simply saying, not just I love you, but I love you because, and what happens when we add that because into a sentence? Things illuminate, things expand, hearts grow. So we really believe in the power of specific and thoughtful prompts that take you to that next level of really letting that person know what they mean to you and why they matter in the world.
Okay, you're the founder of your company is a communications expert, And
Hmm.
this is all about communications, isn't it? It's really about getting in touch with people and staying in touch. We've had a time when it's been very difficult to communicate in the last
Absolutely.
year and a half, 2 years, um, because of the COVID situation. Uh, how how is that? How is this going to help people come back out of that? Can you talk about that for a minute?
Absolutely. And I'll start by sharing a phrase that's one of our company wide mantras. You know the saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it? Well, our saying is a twist on that. It's if you have anything nice to say it all. So, Tribute is our technology invitation to practice that. It's saying that the great things we have to say and celebrate about each other, they're great when just we're thinking about them, but they're powerful, they're meaningful, and perhaps life changing when we're actively sharing, storytelling, and offering those as gifts to each other in any day and everyday practice.
Well, I have watched some of the examples you have online, and I have a question for you.
Sure.
Do you recommend that people get a box of tissue before they before they
Yes.
watch their tribute?
One of
Okay.
the ways that we actually measure our impact as a company is what we call TOJ, Tears of Joy. So, what that means for us is that 82% of our community has self reported that when they gift a tribute for a birthday, an anniversary, any celebration, the recipient of the tribute produces tears of joy in the moment of watching the words and the stories of their loved ones. So, tears of joy are a major unofficial metric for us, but it shows that uh, when we go that extra step to really contribute something meaningful and thoughtful, that's not just a one time gift. It's something you can watch over and over on a rainy day, on a hard day, on a challenging day. These are words that are quite timeless. So we're big believers that we should be putting those stories of impact and those everyday powerful sentiments of gratitude out there into the world as often as possible.
Well, tell me about gratitude exercises. I mean,
Mm,
the people who are being grateful,
yes.
do they actually need to be thinking about this on a regular basis before they send it, and then even after about other people they might want to share gratitude
I
with?
love that question. Well, if you do a simple Google search about the power of gratitude, there are actual outcomes on your physiological health, on your psychological health, on your social health. So I would personally advise that the most you can practice simple, bite sized form of gratitude in your everyday life, the better. Some easy ideas there are, in your own life, do you have a little notebook where you can write a gratitude list, a short form of 3 great things that happened that day and 3 things ahead that you're looking forward to? There are actual scientific data points that show that even that simple of a practice help reduce cortisol and stress hormones in the body. It reduces inflammation, it improves sleep. So, especially doing that at the end of the day, to not just think about maybe the things that went wrong, but to point out the things that went right that you want to see more of and more of. Those have really positive outcomes. And another idea, Don, is nurturing gratitude in young people. So I personally feel that one of the greatest gifts we can give to society is for these qualities to be practiced by the up and coming generations, right? If young people in our lives are holding the torch of putting gratitude into the world, that's a muscle that they're going to flex and build the rest of their lives. So are we asking these questions with the young people in our lives, our children, our nieces, our nephews, our friends? Are we encouraging them not just to say thank you, but thank you because, and to get specific about that? If we're nurturing that on the dinner table, in everyday conversation, in very small, doable ways, I really think that will have a cumulative outcome on how much gratitude we're seeing in motion in the world at large.
We are a people who are afraid of speaking and facing cameras and speaking in
Mhm.
public. And I noticed you have advice for people on what they should do with their with the clips that they're sending you. And why don't you give me some of those kind of hints? Because most people are going to do this, I think, with their cell phone.
Right. So in terms of creating a tribute, we really encourage you to sit with the prompt for a minute. So this is whatever the tribute creator selects as a question that the community is answering. So if the question is, tell me about your favorite memory with a Debbie, you might want to pause for a moment, close your eyes, take a breath, and really feel in your heart the impact that Debbie in this case has had on your life. You'll want to think about how to get specific, how to get into a story that maybe she doesn't even remember happened, but you're recalling it in a powerful way and an empowering way to her. So to always pause and take that extra juicy moment to think of a story that might really touch someone and have the impact of, wait, they remember that, or that moment had that impact on them. Wow. And that helps remind us that, these more undercover everyday acts of kindness, or the ways that we are when we're with our friends and family, the things that we think go unnoticed, they really have a great, great impact over time. So when we're sharing the stories of that impact, the more we remember in our lives, the little things matter. The small acts of kindness absolutely add up, and so on and so on.
The life in America has changed so much in the last 50 years. Families no longer live in the same city a lot. My daughter lives in Houston. I'm in Portales, New Mexico. And so, how does this help to bring people back together in terms of family, in terms of friendships? You go to college with a whole lot of fellow students, and then suddenly it's 20 years later, and you have to look up their names in the yearbook. How does this help relationships with those kinds of people?
I love that question, Don. What I have seen across our growing community at Tribute is that these everyday stories, getting people from all stages of someone's life to talk to different moments of impact, different moments on the timeline of their lives. What a grandchild would say about their grandpa versus a friend of 50 years is different, right? They've shared different life experiences. So my recommendation is that if you're creating something like a tribute, put that hard work in at first to think of an enriching community to invite. Can you have intergenerational participation? Can you really think of the friend of a friend who you could invite, so that the stories that you're getting are very colorful and cross a large spectrum of time, for that person to really know in their whole lives, potentially, the impact that they've had. And then, of course, if you're getting excited about future in-person gatherings together, I think something like a tribute, to share that in an in-person moment, right? So you're preparing a tribute to show at a party, to show at a family gathering in the future. That is really special to watch in the same room, and you can see the reaction, and not just the reaction of the recipient, it touches everyone in the room. Showing a tribute and participating in it is a great family or community bonding exercise, and everyone benefits from that feeling of warmth, that feeling of very expansive care. And when everyone touches a piece of that, it shows, and we bring that into our everyday lives. So I highly encourage that, to show a tribute in person where you can also see your recipient's reaction. It's one of the best feelings in the world, truly.
We have a way in this country of not knowing how to come up with new ideas. It seemed like to me, as a person who studies history, that we had more people around 1900 coming up with new ideas than we do now. How did Andrew I ask this of authors too that write books,
Okay.
but how did Andrew come up with the idea in the first place? What kind of thinking does it take
Hmm.
to be an entrepreneur like this?
Beautiful. Yeah, the heart of innovation, the heart of creativity. What are the sources of that? That's a beautiful question. Mickey Agarwal is Andrew's wife, and Andrew is Mickey's husband. And they had a moment for one of Andrew's milestone birthdays where Mickey manually invited friends and family all across the world to tell Andrew what they loved the most about him. So this predates Tribute. This was the inspiration for Tribute, an actual experience in his life. She put these videos together, collected them, taught herself how to video edit, put the final video together, and showed it at a party with 20 of their friends and family around, and many, many other people in spirit who participated in this video. And it took Mickey 20 plus hours to create this gift. So when Andrew received it and he felt in his experience, this is the most impactful gift I've ever received in my life, the most meaningful thing. How did you do it? This is amazing. And Mickey, his girlfriend and now wife, said, it was horrible to put together because it took all this time and I had to download and upload the videos. So she shared that, of course, it was worth it. You're the best. Here's this gift. But it really was hard for her to put together. And that's where the question arose, right? Innovation typically comes from the question that appears that you can't sleep until that question is answered. So Andrew's question to himself was, what would it take to make this most meaningful gift that I've ever received a possibility for as many people in the world, for them to receive something like that? And that's where Tribute as a technology was created to make that collection process of videos very simple, very streamlined. And then we just challenge our Tribute creators, get the right people to participate, give the invitation out there, pick the one or two prompts that you feel would have the biggest impact on your recipient, and then let the magic happen. And then our technology makes it easy as well to stitch together those videos into a final montage that we call the Tribute.
We have, in my family, we have friends that live in Austin, Texas. Am I correct in saying you are from Austin? This is coming to us from Austin?
Andrew and his family live in Austin. Our team is remote, but we all love Austin, Texas.
Yeah, great. What is it about Austin that makes it such kind of we call Santa Fe in New Mexico the city different. I would say the city different in Texas is Austin. You have beautiful music that comes from there, and many, many ideas and things, businesses about computers. What do you think causes that to happen in that particular spot in Texas?
I don't have the best experiential answer for that. That would definitely be great to get Andrew as a follow-up. But from what I've seen about community that has gravitated towards that area, it's simply that people want to be in fantastic company with those who can create something better for the common good. And I think Austin is this area that has had a lot of those people coming together over time that are asking those important questions. What can we create together that serves society? How do we use this infusion of arts and creativity that surround us and bring that infusion into our businesses, right? It's also the importance of bringing a creative infusion into a business setting. That breeds innovation, that breeds more creativity in the products that we create, in the ways that we structure our organizations. So I think Andrew would definitely echo that the community aspect of how people share ideas, passion, and the challenge to be better and to become better leaders, to become more inclusive in our organizational missions and structures, to bring the impact of the company back out into society, into our environments. I think people are asking a lot of those important questions in Austin. And that's why there's this really powerful influx of the growing and emerging entrepreneurial community.
Well, do you have questions? Do you find yourself thinking about I wonder if I could do something with that. Is that something that goes through your mind?
Uh, in general, Dom,
Yes, in general.
one of the questions that I'm always asking myself is, how do we equip young people to feel empowered, to feel well, and to feel lit up about what they imagine in their potential career journeys? I do feel that young people are facing overwhelming stress and pressures of society that are trying to put them in one path, maybe a more traditional path, something that does not nurture creativity and innovation as much as it could. So that question that keeps me up at night is, how do we equip young people with their passion, their energy, and their health, both mentally, physically, emotionally, to pursue the paths of their dreams, what they would want to create for their communities? The gift, like a tribute, what's that precious gift that they feel society needs and would be better with and would have a ripple effect for potentially generations to come? So that equipping process and how we can nurture the journeys of young people, young innovators, and to really break down the barriers to more non-traditional journeys, that to me feels so important and like a really great place for older generations to invest their energy to make that path as wide and open for the younger generation as possible.
Well, that that brings up another question for me.
Mhm.
Your customers, the people who use the site and make the videos,
Mhm.
are they young? Are they old? Do they is it a broad group of people that work on these things? Is there a specific age area that you sell to, so to speak?
I love the answer to this question. As our director of community, I learn a lot about who comes in, where does tribute end up? And the answer is every age. The biggest spectrum you can imagine of anyone who can get on a computer or their phone and press start a tribute. We see it all. We've designed the technology to be very user friendly across any age, so anyone can participate. And we're seeing that middle schoolers are creating tributes for their teachers. And we also see that grandparents are creating tributes for their friends, for their communities, and for their families. So we've seen it all. We want to keep seeing it all. For us, an intergenerational aspect of participation is so vital because the richness that you get from participation of all ages is very special. And when those stories intertwine, something becomes possible that wouldn't otherwise be possible. So I think anything that unlocks intergenerational participation, whether it's a product, an experience, a live moment, is one of the best gifts that we can give society.
Let me ask you a technical question now. Uh,
Sure.
you're doing, I think, a wonderful thing for the digital age. Is that how clips are sent to you? Do you do it all online? Anybody ever
Mhm.
put a videotape in a in an envelope and send it to you?
Yes, so any tribute can get digitally delivered. That's the basic service. You
Hmm.
can also get a physical keepsake of the tribute. So we find that it's very common to show it on a TV in a room if you're together. We have these beautiful USBs that can get shipped to your recipient. They come in a cute box and they have that saying, if you have anything nice to say it all on it. And then we also have a video card. This has a very thin LCD video. You open the card, you have a volume adjust button and a play button, the highlight. You press that play button, and in this physical card, your tribute plays, and you take it in. And you can keep that card on your desk, on the refrigerator, on the dining room table, and watch it again and again. And that is a very special physical keepsake to make something digital have a physical memento as well.
Wow, that's wonderful. Let me ask you this, or let me give you a chance.
Okay.
Say something nice about your boss, about Andrew, and let's see how good you are at ad libbing right off the cuff.
Mission accepted. I would say, Andrew, thank you for being someone who unlocks the permission in others, in your community, to show up with their full selves, to show up with their passion, with their energy to contribute. And thank you for being someone that empowers us to co-create something that can impact the world and that we feel already is impacting the world. And also thank you for being a person who practices gratitude in every moment that you can. You really ask of us to show up in walking the walk every day in our company culture, in our everyday lives. You don't just ask us about what good things happened in a day. You ask us what good things are going to happen and how can we make those happen together. And for me, that makes a life very well lived.
Well, thank
How'd I do?
you. Thank
10 out of
you.
10?
You did great. Yes. Thank you very much for taking his place, and good luck to you in the future. Let's hope you come up with some of those good ideas as well.
Thank you so much, Don. And to you and your community, may you be well and may you feel the power of gratitude and connection in your lives as you so very much deserve.
Thank you. And thank you for watching.